Hello, I'm Tracy Grimshaw. Welcome to A Current Affair. We begin with the call to deport violent gang members terrorising people on our streets. It comes after the latest attack at a busy shopping centre, caught on camera and later posted online. Reid Butler has the story and joins me now. Reid.
Tracy, the head of Australia's Border Force wants to be able to boot these violent gang members out of the country. And tonight, you'll see why. These thugs are brazen, they're dangerous and they're out of control. They're not afraid of police and they'll target anyone. And the public is being warned to be on alert.
Hey, get off me!
These kids could have killed him. They could have killed somebody else.
Middle of the day, and they just think that they can just do it and they get away with it.
Grabbed, strangled and repeatedly kicked. It's a terrifying, violent ambush at a suburban shopping centre. And it's all over this innocent 14-year-old's mobile phone.
These are people that are hardened criminals that are putting our community in fear.
The sickening attack is not an isolated incident. Savage beatings, home invasions and car thefts are on the rise.
It has got worse here.
It scares me.
These thugs will go after anyone.
This gang, they don't care about police. This is a very, very dangerous situation.
Police are doing everything they can to try and stop the gang violence, but the crimes are just getting more brazen. And what's worse, most of the offenders are young. We've heard reports that some members are only 12 years old.
It's pretty terrifying knowing that your children are getting targeted from these gangs.
Tonight, the plea from frightened parents.
You should be able to go out and socialise with your friends without worrying about being attacked or assaulted.
And the radical call to arm residents with capsicum spray so they can protect themselves.
Capsicum spray is something that will give people the opportunity to, if not disable, at least distract the attackers.
But we've got people who are frightened in their own house. I've had people call me who are sleeping with knives beside the bed.
The gang calls itself Apex and members have been terrorising people in Melbourne's suburbs for several months. They made headlines recently for running riot at Federation Square during the Moomba Festival. It's believed Apex was formed more than a year ago. Police have so far arrested more than 60 people suspected of being linked to the gang, but there could potentially be more than 200 members still wreaking havoc. Apex thugs are responsible for this attack on a 14-year-old in broad daylight at High Point Shopping Centre in the city's northwest. The teenager is confronted by the gang and ordered to hand over his mobile phone. He initially refuses to, but is dragged to the ground and kicked multiple times. The teenager eventually manages to run to safety. One of the attackers filming the entire ordeal and later uploading the video to social media.
Maybe they could see he was innocent and they could see he was an easy target.
Janet Dobson-Holzinger is a family friend of the victim. Her son Jack was also beaten by Apex gang members in a separate attack.
And then the next minute they're demanding the phone, money. Of course, Jack said no, so they grabbed him in a headlock and punched him in the face.
One of the kids put their arm around my neck and got me in like a headlock. Then he said, "Don't resist or anything," and he just punched me straight in the nose, right here.
And the gang is the Apex gang.
This woman's 13-year-old son was terrorised at knife point at Water Gardens shopping centre in Taylors Lakes.
They're using a lot of force on the younger kids. They're threatening them. They're carrying weapons.
She's too afraid to be identified.
The police did get in contact with me and wanted me to press charges, but I won't because they've threatened the life of my son.
Do you feel safe working?
Not really, no.
Melissa has worked at Big W at Water Gardens Shopping Centre for 5 years. She says she's seen a surge in violence and is not surprised that innocent people are being targeted.
They're mainly kids and they think they're tough.
The situation has become so bad, Victoria Police has formed a task force to tackle Apex. Assistant Commissioner Bob Hill.
This is a group of young people committing these offences.
In Victoria, not being allowed to have anything at all for self-defence people are virtually free prey for anyone.
Jeff Ballman is a member for Eastern Victoria. He wants more to be done and is pushing for capsicum spray to be legalised for everyday use.
It gives people an opportunity to defend themselves if they feel so threatened that they need to.
We certainly need to look at it because at the moment people are talking about arming themselves with even more dangerous weapons.
Broadcaster Neil Mitchell says the courts need to be tougher on Apex members who are arrested by police.
So I know some police believe the courts are just too weak and not doing enough to punish them.
When are they going to learn? They've got to be dealt with.